All right, hello, and welcome to the October West Virginia Entrepreneurship Ecosystem Call. We are very excited for you all to be here today. Amber is back. We do want to say thank you, Judy Moore, for filling in while she was gone, and I want to send it over to Amber.
Oh, got me too fast. Hi guys, how are ya? So excited to be back. It's a little bittersweet. Feels like maternity leave flew by, but there's nowhere else I'd rather be than on here with you all. So appreciate everyone. And Judy, thank you so much for um, kind of taking the reins while I was out and helping out Tara. So really excited.
Welcome. Thank you.
Yes. So we're going to actually start this off with a little bit of a request for feedback. As you all know, Bridging Innovation Week is coming up in April in Shepherdstown, and we just want to source some input from the ecosystem before we dive into making that agenda. So I'm going to share my screen, and I have a Mentimeter, so it'll tell you a code that we'll need to get going so that you guys can put in your feedback. So we all seeing that? Okay.
Yes.
So if you go to menti.com, it's at the top there, and the code is 81184154. We have about 4 different questions we just want to get your all's opinion on. So there's going to be one that asks you topics or subjects relevant to entrepreneurs, relevant to ESOs, and then personally relevant to you. So it might seem a little repetitive, but we're looking at what do most entrepreneurs need, what do most ESOs need, and then what are you personally looking for support on?
All right, I'm dropping Minty in the chat. And then, Amber, can you say the code again? It's kind of small on my screen.
81184154.
Okay, I'm dropping that in the chat as well.
And we'll give everyone a little bit of time to get in here, get situated.
We do appreciate you all providing feedback because we want to make sure that this is inclusive and we are doing the things that the ecosystem wants to do. So if everyone could fill out what topics or subjects would be most relevant for entrepreneurs.
Perfect.
And this is again for Bridging Innovation Week.
Yep. And you don't have to have you can put all of them in one and we'll sort through the responses. Redevelopment funding, helping them launch, how to start and connect to resources, capital access, business planning assistance, securing funding, pre-development funding at the beginning. That's in Michelle, you taking notes?
I am, and I'm assuming you're going to have these recorded for us.
Yes, yeah. We will
Awesome.
send this out to everyone. I'm wondering if I can, get over there and if I'm able to scroll. Yeah. Aw, importance of not trying to do it all alone and why. I'm in my feels. All right, keep them coming. I'll give it like a little bit longer because I know some people are still connecting, and then I'm going to go to the next one. So again, this is a topic that will be most relevant to all entrepreneurs.
A lot of funding.
Ooh,
Exit planning. Yeah, we are going to be doing some succession planning during Bridging Innovation Week.
Resources available by region. That's cool. Peer-to-peer connections. Okay. All right. So if you keep it up, I'm going to go ahead and move us to the next one. So we're going to go to the next slide, which is what topics or subjects would be most relevant to entrepreneur serving organizations. So the folks that are helping the entrepreneurs. And this is particularly important for the entrepreneurs on here. Like what would you tell a resource provider that's helping you? Like what kind of things would you want them to know too? So kind of think about it from that both sides of things. What kind of things are relevant for ESOs right now?
What did you say an ESO is? Can you tell me what that is?
Yep, an entrepreneur service organization, support organization. So the folks that are helping with coaching, business support, technical assistance, those individuals.
Simplify the process, yes. Network information.
Well, that's interesting. Translating business language into everyday approachable language. It's so funny because when we work with federal agencies, we're like, stop the acronyms, but we also forget that there's also a lot of business jargon too.
Yeah, absolutely.
This
No,
is such good stuff. Thanks.
Yeah.
Garrett. This is great. Okay. I'm going to keep us going just to be mindful of time because I'm already over and we have just two more real quick. So this is for you personally, whether you're an entrepreneur, an ESO. The other ones were focused on what do most people need to you individually. If you had to pick like one thing, one topic that's most pertinent to you right now, what would you say? Exit planning.
Yeah.
And it can be duplicated from the first slides.
Hiring, okay.
And like I said, we'll share this out with them because I know there are several. I mean, this was definitely good for our resource partners that are on the call to know too. Burnout and maintaining momentum. Ooh. Maybe we should do some like yoga,
Yeah.
a yoga session.
When I went to Kansas City for their eShip Summit, they had a yoga room.
Ooh. They have them at schools, right? So why not have
Yeah.
them? How can you take a side hustle full time? Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Getting customers. This is awesome. Okay. Give that one more second.
How to get young people to start businesses.
System.
Business for artists.
Oh, I like bridging gaps between when I don't do well and what needs to be done and how to resource the bridge build. That's pretty cool. All right. How to buy a business. Okay. The last question is easy. What format would you prefer if you wanted to see more of like hands-on workshops, more panel type discussions, more demos / simulations, or more unstructured networking time? And
Yes.
you can vote for multiple.
Yeah. What would you like to see during Bridging Innovation Week? All
Well,
right,
this is
Amber, we need to do it all.
I was like, this is very helpful information. No, this is perfect. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I think that this shows that we need to be providing all of these types of things because people want different, not just not one answer.
Yeah.
The delicate balance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we will do it all.
But we got 4 days for it, so hopefully we can find some space for
That's
all this.
great.
Okay, perfect. Thank you all very much for taking some time on the top of the hour to do that. I think we will do our due diligence and looking through all of that and making sure that we are putting out requests for speakers. So what we're going to do same thing, the RFP, but we'll probably put some topic specific requests so that we are touching a lot of those pieces. So keep an eye out. That should be announced in November for our RFP for all of the speaking engagements. So
Perfect. Thanks so much, Amber, for doing those polls for us. Okay, so let's get started with our partner spotlight for today. So Dave Rogers, can you tell us what's going on with the Governor's Guaranteed Workforce?
Sure, I'll do my best. Governor's Guaranteed Workforce is a program that was established by the legislature in 1991. And what it is, it's run through what used to be the West Virginia Development Office. We're now the West Virginia Department of Economic Development. And we are basically there to promote economic development through helping employers and helping them get training for their employees. So we have a simple application process where a company would send us an email or call us, and we'll set up a meeting, talk about what kind of services they're actually looking to do. And if it's a good fit, we'll go ahead and send them the information that they would need to get started on the program. Very simple. We ask for a verification on state taxes. And I always say it's because people don't like to give money to people who don't pay their taxes. And once we get that cleared, which usually takes just a few hours, we'll go ahead and send the second part of the application, which is the main application itself. It's about 3.5 pages. We ask for detailed information on the company. We ask for what kind of training you're looking to do, what partners you're thinking about using, and hopefully from the discussions we've had prior to that, they've got quotes or bids on what the actual training would cost, which helps us go ahead and put it through our formulas and tell them how much money we can provide. We can cover 50% of training costs up to $2,000 per employee per state fiscal year. So we run on a July 1 to June 30th year, and it's a rolling application. So you can apply it pretty much any time.
Awesome. And then can you drop any links, David, in the chat that anybody needs to go to make those connections happen? That'd be great.
I've got Nick Nunnery from my office who is
Drop
going to
them in.
be adding stuff in, and I have already put my email address in the chat, so that is there for you. That's main things you'd need. I can also put my phone number so that someone can call me directly.
Perfect. And we will also include all of this in the follow-up email as well. So thank you, David. Appreciate that. Great program.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we have an entrepreneur question. Sean, do you want to tell us a little bit about the challenges you're experiencing and kind of share what you're looking for here?
Yeah. Hey, everyone. My company, USB, we're funded by several federal agencies working in next generation internet technology in a few different sectors, among them ag, buildings, consumers. And we're encountering something that has been on the books for some time with the Patent and Trademark Office. And we were asked to inquire with others in the field if any other companies were encountering problems with the so-called Alice case law at the PTO, just in terms of developing further baseline from other companies in the state. I moved back from New York City in early 2016 to West Virginia, and I'm really glad to be here, helping, I think, to produce next generation type technologies that will benefit the state in various ways and among other impact goals. So I have a background in IP, actually, in international, but if you're unfamiliar with the situation, there's a case law that was passed in 2014 that has radically disrupted patentability for some people refer to this as the software issue, but it's a different issue. It's ultimately since the beginning, patents have always been eligible with any kind of method or machine. This Alice case law made as ineligible essentially any kind of electronic or digital method or machine, which basically is a big part of the future. It's a statutory ineligibility that complicates and snarls the process and multiplies the costs and decreases the value. The Supreme Court refuses to hear it. They created this problem, but they refuse to fix it. It is going to Congress, and there is a bill called the Patent Eligibility Restoration Act that is under review by the Judiciary Committee and very likely will pass sooner or later, depending on the composition of Congress. But in terms of gathering further documentation of the impact this is having to companies, we were asked to see if there are others in the area that had experiences with that and might want to share some of that with me. So, okay, that's a
Sean,
brief
if you
intro.
could put the specific call to action in the chat with your email address, I think that would be helpful because it looks like there's some confusion on what exactly the call to action is on that.
If you have any, okay, I'll type it for you
Yeah,
guys.
you can put it in the chat. Thank you so much. All right, next up, Deacon, can you tell us any updates on the West Virginia Makes Festival?
Goodness, it's my great pleasure to do so. I'm Deacon Stone, a direct innovation here at the Marshall Advanced Manufacturing Center, and I'm really proud that it's our 11th year of the West Virginia Makes Festival. Very committed to this, obviously. It is a design competition at its heart for adult and for youth innovators, with some great top prizes, up to $3,000 for the first prize for adults and $500 for youth innovations. It's an awesome, sunny, fun time. And when it's not sunny, we're inside the Student Center at Marshall University's campus. And when it is outside, we're out there right around the Fountain Plaza with tons of our partners from NASA, robotics, kids running around having a blast. We've got bus loads coming. If you do any outreach with youth, if you're associated with education or schools, if you teach and you want your students to participate in our design challenge, go to our website at mfg.marshall.edu. I'm going to give you a couple of resources now. I don't know if we're slated for a screen share. Otherwise,
I can let you real quick.
yeah, so I just wanted to show people the path, and I'm happy to take questions or interaction as well. If anyone has any feedback, or if you participated in the Makes Festival in the past.
Okay, you should be able to now. Sorry.
You are the absolute best. Sorry for the trouble. Right. So I have dropped this fly. Do you see this screen here?
Yep.
Makes Festival, good. Well, good. I've dropped this flyer into the chat and would encourage you to share it far and wide. This is just an example of a couple of our innovators that we see at the festival, a place for folks to go to sign up, and then an indication that you can be a design challenger, an individual group attendee, an exhibitor, activity provider. And this is not all for kids. We have folks from industry, we have folks from Toyota and otherwise coming to show demonstrations, etc. So right here at our website, mfg.marshall.edu, I'll drop that in the chat too. Thank you for the opportunity. Hope to see you there.
Appreciate it. And I know Tara and I will be there. And I just gotta say, I love your haircut, Deacon.
I know there's not a lot left now, is there? Thank you so much, Amber. And thank you, Tara, for making me welcome today.
All right. So next we have a couple of great energy programs from Cassie. So Cassie, you want to tell us about a couple of things you got going on?
Sure. Thanks, Amber. So I am actually a stand-in for Ariane Olish today. She's the director of the WVU Office of Innovation and Commercialization, and I'm a project manager here at West Virginia University. We have a development grant through the NSF. It's an NSF Engines program, and we are writing for a full NSF Engines program. Our development grant is in partnership with CMU and the University of Pittsburgh, and it covers all of West Virginia and the western portion of Pennsylvania. And what we want to do with this is we want to have an energy ecosystem around industrial efficiency and grid resilience in this area that has historically had a lot of industry, specifically steel and cement and chemicals and those types of industries. So we're excited that we received the $1 million development grant. If we receive the full engine grant, it's a 10-year commitment for $160 million. So it will bring a lot of startup activity and funding to the state. We're really excited about that. And one event that we're hosting soon is a technology showcase in Pittsburgh, and it will be the October 16th, and it's from 2:30 to 6:30 p.m. So we invite all of you to attend. We have 7 startups that will pitch for some technical assistance funding. And then we're going to have a couple of hours of networking with some food and drinks in the afternoon. And I'll drop a link right now of our website. And if you scroll to the bottom of our website, you can see where to RSVP for that event. Also learn a little bit more about our grant. And there's a contact us button at the bottom if you'd like to stay in contact with us. So thank you very much for your time.
Perfect. Thank you, Cassie. I'm looking forward to it. I will see you at Evolving Energy on October 16th. And Deacon, I will also see you at the West Virginia Makes Festival on November 8th. Okay, next up, Crystal Good. Can you tell us about Black on the Map?
Hi, yes, everybody. I'm the founder and publisher of Black by God, the West Virginian. We are a print and multimedia publication centering on Black stories in Central Appalachia and West Virginia. And our big project, and it's a long-term project, is we are working to document all of the Black businesses across the state. Let me put a little link over here in the chat so that you can read more about that. Also really need your help. One of the things is we don't really have a read on how many Black businesses are in the state, nor do we have a read on the opportunities to open up Black businesses as they intersect with travel and tourism, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm super excited about this project. And like I said, it's a long-term project because businesses will come and go. And we're excited to actually introduce a map. We'll be working with Marshall University to create that so that folks, when they come into whatever town, Princeton, Charleston, Morgantown, they'll be able to pull up the map and hopefully support these businesses. And here with the link on the chat there, you all can help because certainly everybody on this call knows of a Black business and can add to the list. And that can be anything from a mom and pop shop, from a corporation, from professional services to someone just getting started. I'm particularly interested in the agriculture sector. And I'm looking for farmers and producers and also looking for value-added products. Really proud to start, Black by God is starting to share we've got a little bit of a shelf in West Virginia of some really cool value-added products like Mama's Meat Sauce, some honey producers in McDowell County. I don't know if you all know the song Some Kind of Wonderful, but it's a seasoning also. So the creator of the song, the famous song, Some Kind of Wonderful, also has a seasoning called Some Kind of Wonderful. And you can pick it up at Piggly Wiggly and you'll be supporting a Black business. So please click the link, look at our stories. Sign up for our newsletters. I appreciate your help there in spreading the word that Black by God exists. And we're very passionate about supporting Black businesses and making sure that we get the word out across the state about how others can.
Awesome. I do not know who changed the music on the timer while I was out, but it surprises me every time it goes off. So my apologies for being a little distracted by that. But next up, we have an update from our Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program. I'm super excited to hear about this. So Adam and Terry.
Everyone, thank you so much. And the music reminds me of the Oscars a little bit, so it's this is our moment. But
We'll slowly turn it up the volume.
yeah, exactly, until we get off the stage. And so I wonder if I've met a number of you when we were recruiting small businesses for the 10,000 Small Businesses program, and it's now really exciting to come back to you all with an update on where we are. So we launched our first West Virginia program just now in September, and I'm so excited to now be able to be here with Terry Cyphers, who's our executive director at Bridge Valley Community and Technical College, which is hosting the West Virginia program, is also the regional hub for our statewide rural programs. And for those of you who don't know, 10,000 Small Businesses is a business education program that's completely free to the small business owner that allows them, that teaches them how to grow. So if you are a small business with one store ready to go to two, or a food truck ready to go to a brick and mortar, it's a great program for you. And we launched a $100 million investment in rural communities, and our launch in West Virginia is part of that. I'll pass it on to Terry to share a little bit more about the cohort that we just launched with in West Virginia. Terry.
It's great to be back with everybody. I left the ecosystem and spent 2 years in industry, and Adam wrote me back. So it's great to be with a lot of you, many of you I know. Some really interesting things happening with this cohort. We've got 27. 85% of the cohort is women owned, which was very surprising to us. So we're seeing that move. We also have about 15% of the cohort is minority owned, which was nice to see as well. And we have businesses from really all over the state. We have tech companies, medical providers, manufacturers. An odd one that sort of caught us off guard was fine arts. We had several fine arts businesses that are doing very well, I might add. A couple consulting, of course, we had some restaurants, some tourism companies are doing some really cool things throughout the state, and of course, some retailers. Ranges from revenue anywhere from 90,000 to 2.5 million. It was so interesting to sit in the cohort and hear people say, we don't know what to do with our growth. Can I have 30 seconds, please?
Yes.
Sorry, Terry, we
Alright.
are already running behind today, but we can, if we want, we can get you on the November call so we can keep the information going, and maybe you can drop some information on the chat so we can read more about it.
All right. So I think I just got the hook.
Okay. Yep. We appreciate
you
you
all.
being back with us, Terry. Adam, thank you so much for all you do with the 10,000 small businesses in the state of West Virginia, but we're looking forward to watching this journey and how those entrepreneurs grow. Okay, we got to keep it going with Kent Walker. What's going on with the RPN Empower Hour?
Awesome. Thank you, Tara, for pitching that over here. One of our outgrowths of the Rural Partners Network and listening to our communities has been our Empower Hours. We started these just about 9 months ago, and they're just basically a little like a lunch and learn. They're about an hour long over a lunch period each month, and we have a different featured speaker each month talking about topics. So coming up here in October, it's coming up October 17th, and it is going to feature Morgan Robinson. She is the owner and chief marketing officer of Focus Marketing Company. And we're going to talk about community leader or how to equip, your community leaders and stakeholders with the tools to effectively communicate a town's brand narrative, aligning that with their community's visions, goals, and objectives. So she's going to delve into some of those key components of impactful storytelling, which will include authenticity, relatability, and emotional connection, tailored primarily to community branding. So we're going to work with folks to go through the process of articulating where your town has been, where it stands today, vision for the future, and ensuring the alignment with the values and aspirations. And she's going to do that through some practical tips, talking about various platforms, including public events, social media, and interactions with businesses and visitors. And then also just want to let you all know, I'll pop the link in the chat to register. We do require pre-registration, but we have some upcoming planned events with Appalachian Voices and also the Just Transition Fund that we're looking at for possibly November and December for our Empower Hours. And so just want to share that out to everyone. And if you all have ideas for future Empower Hours, please feel free to share those out with us. But like I said, I'll pop the link in the chat here as well as my contact information. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm really excited. I signed up. I think that's such a cool topic. So thank you very much. All right. Next, we have Brady, who's going to talk to us a little bit about, oh gosh, I got to read. Researchers designing a Zillow-inspired software to turn former mine lands into sites for economic development. Brady, are you there? That's a nice little intro for you.
Brady just private messaged me and said he would be right back, so we can switch and come back to him in 2 if we want. So I can go next, Amber, if you'd like.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Okay. So thanks, everyone. I am actually talking about Ignite West Virginia today. So I just wanted to make sure everyone was aware that Ignite West Virginia is open for the 2025 round 1 entries. If you have any questions, please just head over to our website. Make sure you check out if you're looking to apply. Please make sure you read through the guidelines and the round 1 rubric. We have all that type of information on there. We have multiple tracks, the timeline of how it works. And of course, the finals will be during Bridging Innovation Week in Shepherdstown, West Virginia on that Wednesday. So looking forward to the 2025 competition. Amber, I'll send it over to you to get some more time for our next speaker. So if you want to talk to us about what's going on with Spark West Virginia.
Yep. So for you all, as you all are aware, last year we have Spark West Virginia now, which is the middle and high school component. So we're saying it's the spark for them to ignite and ignite. So it is also now open, and we are asking for judges to sign up as well. So one, if you know any students that are doing cool things, please send it to them. We had some awesome side hustles that were featured last year. I will drop the chat, but we're also looking for judges who might be willing to review some of the virtual components of it. So I will drop that in the chat and appreciate everyone's help in getting that out there.
Perfect. Thanks, Amber. Brady, are you back?
I am. Thanks,
Okay.
Tara.
Great. Over to you.
Great. Well, Tara, thank you so much for the invitation. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brady Gutta. I'm the director of the Center for Sustainable Minelands here at WVU. We're underneath a little larger unit called WISER, which is the Institute for Sustainability and Energy Research. So I wanted to talk to you all today about a project that I'm working on. We affectionately call it our Build Back Better project, pretty much focused on economic development in Southern West Virginia. And so as many of you know, Southern West Virginia has historically been a resource extraction-based economy. And so as the coal industry has declined through, due to various types of things, we're looking for ways to kind of reinvigorate that economy. And so we've got several facets of our project that we're working on. One of them is a kind of a Zillow-like tool that is a web-based application that uses GIS information to identify parcels that could be used for redevelopment. So everything from renewables such as solar and wind to recreation to industry and commercialization, things like that. And so we have that tool in place that we're using. We have a capital stacking component that we're looking at identifying funds for some of these companies that are interested in moving to West Virginia. But one of the reasons I'm here today to talk to you guys is that we also have a sustainable technology cluster that we are looking to target tech startups that want to maybe come to West Virginia or move within West Virginia. And so we're looking for around 20. I think we've got 8 or so to date. Arian Olesh is, I'm sure as many of you know, is working with us on this endeavor. And so she may have already talked to you about it. But I wanted to kind of put a plug in for that if she hasn't. So we can provide R&D and some market validation support. We're helping to foster some commercialization pathways. And if you all are interested in coming to Southern West Virginia, we'd love to see you down there. There's all kinds of great opportunities and places to go. And so I'll dump a link to our website in the chat. And with that, questions, send me an email. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you. And I know we saw a really cool article. So if you have that link, we'd love for you to share that too, to kind of share what you're doing. Appreciate
Great.
you.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we'd love to hear what's going on over at Vantage Ventures. I think I saw a pretty big announcement on LinkedIn. Ryan.
Yes, thank you, Amber. So a bit of an update with Vantage. So we're located at WVU, and we've just begun operating a new accelerator program, and we help scalable businesses anywhere in West Virginia to validate their assumptions, gain early traction, and prepare to raise investment capital. We also have a new pre-seed fund where we can invest up to $100,000 in the top graduates from our accelerator program. And as Amber was just saying, we were recently awarded an EDA grant that will allow us to provide up to $10,000 of technical assistance funding to the startups in our accelerator. So I'm here for 2 reasons. The first, if you know any startups or you yourself might be interested in applying to the Vantage Ventures Accelerator, you can just visit our website and you should be able to apply there now. I'll drop a link in just a second into the chat. So we're accepting applications for the spring 25 cohort. They'll be due on December 15th. Second, with this grant money we just got, we're looking for individuals and organizations who would like to be a vendor or a provider of technical assistance to our startups. So we're looking for people with any kind of technical expertise, engineering, design, marketing, branding, manufacturing, operations, legal, startup, intellectual property, anything along those lines that a startup might need, to also visit our website. And we're going to start registering a bunch of vendors through WVU who will be able to receive these technical assistance funds. So thank you.
Perfect. Tara, you go or am I going?
You go.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Can we also have, I know Brian, you messaged me, you have a exciting hiring update. So Brian Shaw, you want to tell us a little bit about what you're looking for?
Yeah, can I share the screen real quick?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Pretty basic. We're hiring for another business coach for the Elk River Trail area. So it'll be someone who covers the kind of the Braxton County, Clay County, and the upper parts of Kanawha. There's a QR code there. If you know anybody, please share or send them to me. That's it. I'm looking for somebody actively, like I would like to interview people next week. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll push that out too, as well on LinkedIn, Brian, for you. So
thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Brian. We appreciate it. Okay. Next up, Mike Queen. Hopefully we don't have any static. I think we've got it now, right, buddy?
I think so. You don't get to see, my smiling face, but I think you can hear me. Thank you, Tara, very much. I'm calling in today from our West Virginia One Stop Business Center in Martinsburg. We're in the historic district down here next to the train depot, right in front of the Martinsburg Roundhouse. Fully functional West Virginia One Stop Business Center, extension of the Secretary of State's office. We're up here already getting ready for the Entrepreneurs Conference for 2025 in Shepherdstown, so we're excited to be part of that. We want to remind everybody working in this part of the state that we are fully staffed and functional here. So please come here. It's 229 East Martin Street. And Secretary of State's office news, 1,100 new businesses last month. If you don't receive our monthly reports, please send me an email and we'll get you on that list. Congratulations to McDowell County. Believe it or not, our smaller counties are having a larger percentage growth right now than some of our bigger counties do. So those folks are working in McDowell, Pocahontas, Raleigh, Mason, and Clay County, the top 5 counties for the month of September in business growth. 1,100 to the number new businesses last month, which brings a total of 13,511 new businesses in the last 12 months. We want to remind everybody at your conferences that we are absolutely happy to send business and licensing folks to your conference to be part of it from the West Virginia One Stop Business Center. We are going to be in Lewisburg this month, and we're also going to be in North Central West Virginia. I know a little bit more about that one. That's a Bridges Without Borders conference, 6 counties at the High Tech Center, and that's opened up. I will tell you that we are also like to be part of the pitch contest. If there's any way that we can join you, we'd be more than happy to do that. Thanks. I think my time is up.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Mike. I'll send you some info on Spark so you can sign up to judge.
Absolutely. Happy to do that.
Perfect. All right, Mark, what do we got going on with Business Link? If you're talking, I unfortunately think you are muted. I could probably prompt you if I need to.
All right, sorry about that.
Good.
Welcome back, Amber. Hi, everyone. My name is Mark Burdett. I'm the program coordinator for West Virginia Business Link, service of the West Virginia Small Business Development Center. And can you guys see my screen? I've got the main page up. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay. Want to highlight to all entrepreneurs on the call and to the resource partners to share about the small business credit survey that the Federal Reserve Bank has put out. Really, really important that we get as many West Virginia businesses participating. So highly encourage you guys, entrepreneurs on the call, if you know folks, please share. The survey ends November 1st, and hopefully we'll get a lot of good information out of that. Next, I want to welcome the U.S. Research Impact Alliance as a resource partner here on Business Link. Be sure to reach out to Katie if you have any questions. This is really excited about this new resource partner here in the state, and looking forward to them serving entrepreneurs here. If you are a resource partner and you're not on Business Link, please join our network. Just go to the resources page, click on the link at the top, and you'll be dropped into this application here. And we encourage you, if you have not done that, please do. We do have a new pitch competition page. Hopefully it's a lot easier to read. There's been a lot of pitch competitions, and finally got it all consolidated in real nice, organized fashion. So if you have a pitch competition and you're not on the list, please reach out to me, let me know, and we will get you on there and help you promote the event. The last thing I want to offer is, please, folks, you got events, please go to the submit your event page and populate the statewide calendar on Business Link. So that's all I got for this week, or this month, I should say. And thanks again for having me.
Wow, Mark, that was great timing. It's like you practiced this. I appreciate you staying on time.
I didn't even see the timer.
That was perfection. My gosh. Good job. All right, Mark, thank you for the updates on Business Link. Michelle, can you talk to us about what the investment corner is all about? We're going to send it over to you to start the second half of the call.
Good afternoon, everybody. So I am Michelle O'Connor, and I am the director at Innova Commercialization, and I help facilitate the investment corner. So this is your, as an entrepreneur, first glimpse, first blush at the ecosystem. If you have an ask, which you will see later on, we have 2-minute pitches that are reserved for a specific ask. If you're looking for funding or need additional timing, we also have a 5-minute slot. So the first step you need to do is fill out the application, and I think Tara or you guys are going to put that. Yep, there'll be a link in there, and I will be the one answering you. So look for an email from me, and what we'll do is we'll have a conversation and figure out what you need. And the other thing is, if you have no idea what you need and you're just lost, but you have an idea or you just don't know where to go, still fill out that application, because when we have a conversation, I might be able to connect you in with some technical assistance, which translates to free grant monies to help you on that next step. So with that, I hope I've intrigued enough people to fill out that application so that we can highlight the successful people that are doing wonderful things in the state. And with that, Tara, I think I turn it back to you for our pitches.
Yes, actually, it's going to be me, Michelle.
Okay.
I'm excited because I haven't been here for one of these yet. It started right as I went out. So super excited. I think we have a mood or health update from Startup World Cup. So Atash, you want to tell us how it went and give us a little spiel here?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me. So my name's Atash Agarwal. I'm one of the co-founders here over at Mooter Health. My team and I, as just alluded to, we just came back from San Francisco to represent our state and part of the Mid-Atlantic region, at this thing called the Startup World Cup. And we were granted this opportunity after our performance at Ignite West Virginia. And it's been really a wonderful opportunity and a lot of support from a lot of folks here on this call as well. We had the chance to compete against 82 other teams from around the world, and had a chance to connect with a lot of kind of other businesses and investors while in San Francisco. But one of the greatest takeaways I think I had from this experience was that coming from West Virginia, we're actually at a really severe advantage, not disadvantage, but advantage. And I think I just want to take a few moments to explain why that is the case. So a little bit of background on what Mooter Health is. We represent the paradigm shift from reactive care in healthcare to proactive care within the behavioral health field. So what this means is that we are not waiting for those that are struggling with their mental health to recognize that they're suffering and reach out for help. Instead, we are empowering hospital systems and insurance companies with a purpose-built SaaS platform that uses AI to identify the onset of concerning events for the patient early, and then supercharges providers within these organizations to proactively outreach patients and actually be a true friend that cares for those patients. So we built our technology right here in West Virginia and Appalachia, which we know is ground zero for things like the opioid epidemic, along with other kind of healthcare challenges. And having such a deep understanding of the problem space, we have built the most effective platform that's on the market at this time. And we've seen 20x growth in the past 2 quarters and are now serving 18,000 patients. And we just crossed $2 million in bookings now at this point. So, call to action here is, if you're looking to help us end the silent suffering, you're an investor, you have connections within the healthcare space, or you're an advisor that would like to work with us, just feel free to reach out. I'll drop info in the chat.
Thank you, Mateus. Yep, if you want to just drop that information in the chat, we'll be on the lookout for that. So thank you for representing the state of West Virginia at the Startup World Cup last week. All right, Nico, next up for our entrepreneurship. Let's see, the Heavenly Hills Health. Can you talk to us about what your business is and how we can help you as an ecosystem?
Yeah, so I am Nico, the operator of Heavenly Hills Health. We're a West Virginia health and wellness company focused on providing clean, high quality, and affordable supplements. We just dropped our flagship product in January. It's a lemonade hydration mix, sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, 0 sugar, 0 artificial flavors, and 0 dyes. We are moving into manufacturing at the Great West Virginia Innovation Corporations here in January, and we are setting up our manufacturing lab. We are looking for anyone in the food and beverage space who might have connection to distribution or suppliers, manufacturers. We'd love to connect and reach out with anybody. And that's all I got for today.
Perfect. Well, if you want to also put your contact information in that chat, we will be sure to find you some folks that can support you. So thank you, Nico. All right. So as you all know, we do a entrepreneur support organization spotlight once a month, and we do our entrepreneur spotlight once a month. So this month we have Paramount Records and John Fadiga here to talk to us about what they're doing. So John, take it away.
Hey, can everybody hear me?
Yes. Do you need to share your screen, by the way? Are you?
Not
You don't
really.
have to. You could just
I don't
talk. I
think
just
so.
want to double check.
Okay, hi. I hope everybody's doing all right today. Thanks for granting me this time slot. I'm with Paramount Records, which is it started out as a solo thing. It was me just making music in the area, and it's grown, and now I'm in a place where I'm looking to expand to a larger facility. And sorry, I'm not great at this type of thing, but I'm looking to expand it to a larger facility, and our clientele base, I'm looking to pivot it from independent musicians and artists to the end consumer, and the end consumer and commercial entities. So instead of our current clientele base being, a clientele base, it ends up being we end up working together, so to speak. I guess there's a lot of details involved in it, but that's really what I'm looking for.
Yeah, John, maybe
currently,
if
is
you
like
give us
funding and
a
stuff.
specific call to action, that might help. Like, what exactly can the ecosystem help you with?
I'm primarily searching for funding. This expansion endeavor is going to cost an upfront cost of about $60,000, half of which I have available as collateral, and half of the $60,000 is going to go towards assets that don't depreciate. So it is, I don't want to use the term no risk, but it's it's relatively safe, and that's what I'm looking for, is funding for the expansion.
Okay, that's great. And I remember you saying that you had a PDF to share. So do you want to share that in the chat, or maybe share your screen and do that?
Yeah, sure.
And what's on that PDF?
The PDF is a pitch, which is a condensed 3-page version of my business plan for it.
Okay, great. Yep, if you want to drop that in the chat with your contact information and maybe just that specific takeaway of, hey, here's what my business is and here's what I'm looking for, and specifically that funding that you mentioned. So we appreciate you being on here. Do you have any other final thoughts for us?
No, I don't think so.
Great. Okay, well, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so we have about 10 minutes left. So as we always do, we'd like to open it up at the end. So Terry, if you had other things that you wanted to say earlier, you can jump back in. Others, if we have things that you want to throw in the chat, we can call on you. As always, if you would like to get on the schedule, you can email us for the November schedule. So we are currently taking slots for the November schedule. So any questions in the chat?
I'm looking back just to make sure I didn't miss anything, but there's been such good chat going on. I had to yell at Evelyn's note taker because I don't know what was happening, but we have good things going. We weren't being quiet. Okay.
I know. I was wondering what was going on with that.
Sorry about that.
You'll
get a copy of the notes after the meeting.
No,
Sorry.
I appreciate it. It just was cracking me up because it was like, we were being quiet and there's definitely somebody actively talking. All right.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, please. No apologies needed.
All right. Well, if there's no other events or announcements to make, we appreciate you guys and we will see you in November.
I have a thing to offer. How y'all doing? My name's Mabry.
Hello, Mabry.
Some of y'all don't know me. I'm the director of lending with New Economy Works, West Virginia. Love this call. I want to just offer to entrepreneurs, if you're on here and you want help working on your pitch and things for this call, you can reach out to me. I love talking about business, and I would love to support entrepreneurs to get ready to make the pitches on these calls. So you can reach me at mabry@newwv.coop. I'll put it in the chat.
Yes, thank you. All right. Well, we will be putting out a very detailed. Sorry, somebody messaged me. We will be putting out a very detailed recap email with all of these links as well. So appreciate everyone. And again, thank you to Judy for being here the last couple of months. Definitely need to get myself back into the swing of things with these, but appreciate you joining us for those while I was out. So
Hey,
appreciate
Amber.
you. Yeah.
If I can, real quick, just to, I noticed Nico Del Greco there. Nico was one of the 5 finalists for the Harrison County Chamber of Commerce tank pitch last week. He was the fan favorite, come out of there with $2,000. Pixie Suites came out with a $40,000 package, $10,000 in cash and $30,000 in advertising and consulting. And I noticed also one of the most intriguing pitches was from a fellow named Joe Early, a cybersecurity pitch, and he's on the call today. So I want to congratulate Joe and Nico for doing a great job in that pitch in Harrison County last week.
Yeah, I was actually just getting ready, Joe, to message you back. I'm going to drop the investment form for you again, and that will help you get on the slate for upcoming calls to showcase your business, because I know we have some of those slotted already. So I will drop that in the chat for any entrepreneur that would like to be spotlighted. Make sure you fill out that investment corner application.
Hey, Amber.
Yeah.
This is John. West Virginia Community Development Hub, isn't there Federal Partners Forum this month?
It's
October 29th and 30th.
Oh. If it is, somebody wants to speak to it, they're more than welcome to speak to that. Or if you have a link, John, we can put that in the follow-up as well.
That's what I was trying to do, was find the link real quick.
Yeah.
How about I'll send it to you? That way you'll have it for the email.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right. Thanks, Mike, for sharing the tank updates. I was unable to attend as I was out of town, but I was excited to see the winners from that.
You missed a good one. It was another great pitch competition. It shows that entrepreneurship is alive and well in West Virginia in all kind of aspects.
That's right. I love it. Okay, well, if there are no other updates, we will look forward to seeing you on the November call. If you would like to be added to a spot for the organizational piece of the call, please just give Amber or I an email, and we'd be happy to add you to the agenda. All right, we'll look forward to see you guys in about a month.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.